So, if you're one of the millions of people who uses a slightly older device to binge-watch your favorite shows, you're going to want to listen up. Netflix is making a pretty big change, and yeah, it could mean your TV is about to go dark. Let's get right into what's happening.
So let me just ask you straight up, is your Netflix about to disappear? And I'm not being dramatic here, it's a real question. Because for a whole lot of people, the answer is yes. And the wild part? They probably don't even know it yet.
Look at this number, 87 million. That is how many PlayStation 3 consoles Sony sold. An absolute legend of a machine, right? But now, it's kind of the poster child for this big streaming cutoff. And trust me, it is not the only device on the list.
I mean, for years, the PS3 has been this reliable, unsung hero for streaming. But mark your calendars. On March 2nd, 2026, Netflix is officially pulling the plug. They're ending support for the app on the console for good. It's really the end of an era for a device that brought streaming into so many of our living rooms for the first time.
Okay, so what does ending support actually mean in plain English? Well, it's not just about missing out on a few new features. It means that one day you're going to go to open that Netflix app and nothing. It just won't work anymore. The company won't guarantee it functions, and you're effectively locked out.
And you know, it's been a long ride. It's kind of crazy to think about, but back in 2009, you actually needed a special Blu-ray disc just to stream Netflix on your PS3. Yeah, that was because of an old exclusivity deal they had with Xbox. The real standalone app didn't even show up until 2010. And now, in 2026, that whole journey is officially coming to a close.
But here's the thing, and this is maybe the most important takeaway. This isn't just a story about the PlayStation 3. Not at all. This is part of a much bigger pattern, like an unwritten rule in the tech world that affects way more than just video game consoles.
Yeah, we're talking about other devices too. We're seeing support end for a lot of smart TVs that are over a decade old, some of those older set-top boxes, and yep, even the very first generation of Amazon's Fire TV sticks are on the chopping block. So you see the pattern emerging, right? It looks like there's this unofficial 10-year technology cycle. That's the cutoff point. You take that first Fire TV, for example, it launched way back in 2014, and it's set to lose support right around 2025. A decade seems to be the magic number for how long these streaming devices get to stay fully in the game. So the big question is, why? Why is this happening? Are these companies just trying to force us to buy new stuff? Well, the reality is a little more technical than that. The truth is, progress, especially in the world of streaming, just moves incredibly fast. This analogy just hits the nail on the head. Trying to run the modern, complex, feature-heavy Netflix app on an old PS3? It's literally like trying to run a new app on a flip phone from 2009. The old hardware just was not designed for what the new software is demanding from it. Let's just break it down, side by side. Your older device, it probably can't handle modern stuff like 4K or HDR streaming. Plus, and this is a big one, it's almost certainly not getting operating system updates anymore, which makes the app slower and way less secure. Modern devices, on the other hand, are built for all the latest formats, and they get those constant security and feature updates that keep everything running smooth and safe.
Okay, but here's the good news. You are not stuck. If your favorite streaming device is on this list, getting back in the game is so much easier and cheaper than you probably think. You really don't have to break the bank here.
Seriously, look at this. For about $40, you can grab a fantastic little gadget like a Roku Streaming Stick that just plugs right into your current TV. Of course, a new PlayStation or Xbox works great, and you can even get a brand new smart TV for less than $500 these days. The options are there. And the whole process is ridiculously easy. It's basically 3 steps. You pick a device, you plug it in and connect to your Wi-Fi, and then you just log back into your Netflix account. That is it. You're right back to your watch list, and honestly, you're probably going to have a much better experience.
So, what's the actual payoff? Well, you're not just getting your Netflix back, you're getting a way better version of it. We're talking beautiful 4K and HDR picture quality, a much faster, snappier app, and of course, the peace of mind knowing you're getting all the latest security updates and new features.
And all of this kind of brings us to one final thought. This isn't really about a PlayStation or some old TV. This cycle, it's always moving, always pushing forward. It makes you look around your own house and all the tech you rely on and just ask yourself, what device in my home will be next?